Friends, how are you all? I hope you are well and healthy. I always wish everyone good health. Health is a priceless gift from God. However, today I will tell you how those who have become successful think and how they start. So listen and follow. You will be successful. How did they do it? I am a process guy. I believe everything we do, all successes and achievements, can be reduced to a process. You want to write a book? There's a process. Do you want to direct a documentary? There's a process. Do you want to become a killer deposition taker? There's a process. When we look at others who have accomplished great things, perhaps we shouldn't look at them as a fountain of motivation but rather study how they accomplished what they did. Can we replicate it? Sometimes you can't. Some of the best musicians in the world are the worst teachers. Because you can't teach talent. You can't teach being a virtuoso. That's not translatable. My younger son, Michael, plays the jazz bass guitar. He studies the music created by Jaco Pastorius. It revolutionized how the bass guitar is played. He was brilliant. You can't teach brilliance. Someone like Jaco has a relationship with his instrument that few can have. Jaco hears music like few others do. Things that come naturally to him that are hard to explain and harder to teach. Those things are difficult to reduce to a process and replicate. On the other end of the spectrum from talent comes passion. Some pour their lives and souls into an idea, project, or a dream because they couldn't imagine not pursuing that adventure. Like talent, I don't think you can teach passion either. Passion isn't something you create. You can't teach it. It's something you have for something you love. Michael Jordan can't teach me to be passionate about basketball. He can show me how to dribble, how to pass, and how to shoot. But he can't teach me to fight and claw for every possession. So you can't reduce passion to a process either. But there is good news. Each of us has at least one talent. Many of us have more than one. Each of us is passionate about something. Most of us are passionate about more than one thing. And we'll get into this more later, but invariably, and I do mean invariably, there is an overlap between our talents and our passions. The point of intersection, coincidentally, is where we find our dreams. Achieve your dreams by identifying your talents, matching them with your passions, and devising and implementing a plan to make the most of them. That's why being impressed with how others achieved a task isn't much help. Studying how they did it and parceling out what you can replicate without having their talents or passions is what matters. Don't be motivated by what others do. Please determine what you can learn from how they did what they did. What can you learn from what they did? When studying others' achievements, what can you learn from what they did? Forget the talent and the passion. Forget the daily mantras and inspirational quotes. Forget the darkest before the dawn, and you too can overcome anything life puts in your way. If you just believe in yourself, none of this is process-oriented. There are a few takeaways here. If you're looking toward others as role models to emulate, you need to study what they do that you can do too. What's their routine? What's their schedule? Do they read? What are their hobbies? What organizations do they belong to? What do they do for those organizations? Being inspired by others is great, but without goals and a plan to achieve them, the inspiration won't take hold. We can learn the how from others. We can't learn the why from them. Why we want to do something, be a great trial lawyer, lead an organization, write a book, that comes from us. The Olympian wanted to be an Olympian. The war hero wanted to fight for his country. The musician wanted to play music. They had a why. If you find your why, you won't need motivation. Your why is the motivation. Thank you very much for spending your valuable time listening to the story. I hope the lessons of the story will have an impact on your real life. Stay well, stay healthy. See you again with a new story.